And on the mound now, Kevin Gossman. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, first pitch coming up. Taylor Ward now at the plate. And this one is off and running. The 1-0. And there's a foul ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One gone here.
Shortstop.
All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Gunnar Henderson will hit next.
Hey!
The 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The shortstop takes the ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Two down, nobody on. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. Swings through that. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting to start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. What do you have on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Designated hitter, number 4, George Springer.
Ball 1.
Swings through that one, out in front that time. And a big swing and a miss. Fights it off. He'll see another. 1-2 here. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. Got him swinging.
Batting second, right fielder, Addison.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Comes up empty.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, Alexander fires over to first. And here this afternoon, too quickly away in the bottom of the first.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
2 down, bases empty. Now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground to third. Toss to Alonso, and Guerrero is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless after 1. Back now in Toronto, and into the box for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman.
Hey!
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Tap foul at the plate. Ball to strike. The pitch. That's a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Stays alive.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And that skips in the dirt. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a one-out double for the first hit of the game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Man at second. No question about this one. It's out of here. He shoots one out to right. And the Orioles jump out in front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, the starter for St. Louis. Matthew Liberatore. Chris, what are you looking for from him? In there, it's on a
pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Just about to get underway, Jeremy Pena. Now it swings through that one. That one fouled off.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
In the dirt, going to count 1-2. And a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his
mechanics. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Blaze Alexander. Step off, throw to first. Pena dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
Well, you're really hoping to extend the pitcher this first inning and see some pitches, get that pitch count up. After the leadoff man gets on, they immediately picked off first base. Really just kind of lets the pitcher off the hook.
On the ground to the left. Into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now that's smacked to right center. Scott next to the Orioles. Kobe got it. And there are 2 outs. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball right side to swing. But that could be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike. As it begins, in this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Jose Altuve in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
That's a ball.
The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. That's ball 4. Trying another fastball, missed the spot. Pitcher challenges. He thought it was a strike. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge.
Nope, that's a ball.
2 outs, runner at first. Now Correa up to hit. Misses
ball
again, 5 in a row. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss there. Rogers, a former All-Star, 28 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in New Mexico.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting 5th, catcher Alejandro.
Ball 2.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. First
Ball
pitch, and he has
in.
to get out of the way. The count 2-1.
Aye.
Fastball for a strike. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Batting fifth,
In the air,
first
right
baseman.
field. And now it's Christian Walker on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting sixth, left fielder.
Hey.
Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays.
Ball one.
Upstairs. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball 2.
2 on, 2 outs.
Ball.
Outside low. And that's ball 1. Fought off foul. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. 2 down hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do,
especially with 2
There's no
strikes.
score. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Here in St. Louis. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. In this one, Hunter Brown. What do you have on nothing ball game?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary
All
pitch,
set for
but
the
he does
start
mix
of the
it in
inning.
when he
Here's the
needs it.
Orioles
He's just got to make sure that it's not
Taylor Ward.
flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter.
Ball, that's
Also,
outside.
get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike.
That's a ball.
Sanchez jumps out of the way of ball 1.
Ball, that's off
You
the plate.
really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Nope.
And that
That's
one
ball
misses
3.
up and in. And it's 3-0. And
That's
another
out.
ball. That's straight there for a strike. That one misses.
Ball.
So a leadoff
Victory.
walk.
Batting second, designated hitter. Ivan.
Hard ground ball base. And now it's Ivan Herrera. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. That's a little bit low. Down the number 2 hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
That's off
That's
the mark,
ball 2.
and the count is 2-0.
Ball, that's out.
Ward aboard here at first with nobody out. Can't glove it cleanly. Now still
that's
misses the
inside.
first, but no chance to get him. It's an infield single.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then
Runner on
guys
the go.
have a better chance of hitting
Sliced
the ball
hard,
hard
but
like you did
foul.
right there.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1.
You know, these
Outside, that's a ball.
Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come
So
their
now
way.
3 and
I'm
2.
seeing very patient at-bats
Ripped to
out of them.
third
They're
and
doing a good
caught.
job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
The 1-0. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. That one
Nope.
they're dealing with a
That's inside.
top-level team on the mound, so this figures to be a
Already on
tough
the board.
matchup
The
for
ripple
them.
effect
What's
of
the
that
key to the
high pitch
offense
count
today,
might
Singy?
set them up to do more
against
damage
this
later in
talented
this game.
pitcher, it's
Swings through that
crucial
one
to
for
disrupt
strike
his
1.
rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get
First
one
and
pitch,
second,
so
go
you
out.
don't want
We're
to
here
miss
in
it.
the top half of inning number 3. Alec
Ball.
Burleson at the plate now. That's ball Gets 1. A piece there. We'll do it again. Runner on the move. Off
Ball,
the
that's
plate,
outside.
offering his foul back. No outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Out of here. Cincinnati leads off second with one gone in the inning. So he goes yard to left. And they throw 3 on the board.
It's no
Foul ball
surprise
still,
this guy has
1
won
and
the
2
home run
count.
derby multiple times. He was born to hit them.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage.
Comes up
Even if
empty
it's
as
a
he
pretty good
chases that
sinker
one in the
like that
dirt.
one.
And there's 2
Nice
gone
piece of
following the
hitting there at the
strikeout.
plate.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Ron.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Struck out swinging his
Next.
first time. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Ball 1.
Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this
Runner
game.
at
second, 2 down. In the air to left center. Varsho on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Hot shot to third. Correa over to first. Beavers. And that is the next to hit for the Orioles. Scoreless after one with a double and a run scored. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Ball. Ball in.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's too
That's
low.
ball 2.
It's a 1-1. And that one missing low. In the air, left field. Sanchez settles under it. Out, but it curls. Number 2.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Colton Cowser.
And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. He's already homered in this game. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 1 down. And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. 2 down, nobody on. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Lauer, a left-hander, also throwing. High fly ball, right field. Patrick Johnson settles under this one.
Patty Johnson,
and that's the third out.
But I'd ask permission first before I called him that.
But
does
they
a strike
for
job back
3
there.
in the
Occasionally
inning.
we'll see a couple
2
of sideways
on this
looks from
2-run
players,
home run.
that kind of comes
and the
with the
lead is now
territory, right?
5-0. That misses
up
the
there.
zone, and that's ball 2. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Foul ball there. Two on the way. Fastball for a strike. Nice grab. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
And a foul ball. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
2 down, nobody on. Next to hit, Ernie Clement. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Got him looking for the K. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Out towards right center field. Beavers coming on. And there's 2 down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Andres.
Back here in St. Louis, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Mason Wynn digs in now.
Hey, that's perfect location, right
ball.
on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That one found hard. The other one.
Yep, that ball went out.
Outside.
Nope. Outside.
3 balls, no strikes. The shortstop takes the ball. Here's a 1-2. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Down on strikes. Now 1 away.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if
it's
it's still in
That's
the
out.
strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
First base runner of the game. Here's Nolan Gorman. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer digs in now. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. No score here in the second. And that is out of play. Fouled off left side. The 0-2. And that's outside.
Come on, George.
There's a swing.
Yep, that ball went out.
Sold it really well with the arm
good
speed,
take.
especially with 2 strikes.
Swung
Underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than
In the
what he
air
was
to left
anticipating.
center. The 0-2's on the move
No,
to the
missing
gap.
inside.
A
Pulls
sharp
it down
slider.
and he makes the
That's
catch.
a
A really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals.
Inside,
The inside
ball 2.
corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. The 2-2.
He finds himself in a tough situation
Knocks that one
early.
away,
Just
and
going to try
we'll
to
do it again.
simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul. He stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third
The
foul
0-2.
ball in a row. That was the emergency hack right there.
Got him swinging for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first. And now on the mound to start the 4th. Tommy Nance.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a
Ball
tough
miss.
task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
This one in the air right field. And that is foul.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Ball 3.
The next offering misses. Full count now.
That's ball 2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd. Scoreless game.
Center fielder, Jake Myers.
That one misses.
No, that's the ball.
So a
Take the
leadoff
bait.
walk. Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. And on further review, it was a strike.
That's a ball.
Still 2 challenges left for them. Ball 1. Right
Ball, that's
side,
upstairs.
Guerrero. He'll do it himself. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Up next for the Orioles, second baseman Blaze Alexander.
And it's fouled off. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Hey.
Next
Ball.
offering.
Bam.
And now
Down
here's
low.
the starter for St. Louis, Matthew Liberator. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
A power pitcher that
And
is
that's
going
it
to
for a
pitch
strike.
aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're
Battling
going to
here
see
as he
a
fouls it
few of
away.
them during your at-bat.
Just about to get underway. Jeremy Pena now at the plate. That one fouled off. Payoff pitch.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Out towards right center field.
Yeah,
to
that skips
Jay-Z.
into there.
Should have this
First pitch
one.
strike from the
And
pitcher.
it's hit up the
No
middle.
panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good
So
discipline.
runner aboard.
And now
And
he's
here's a
in
look
the
at
driver's
how
seat
he's
with a
using his
3-1
pitches
count.
in this one.
Jeremy Pena.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front
And that's
side.
outside of his
Ball
ball
And the hands
forward. He's
just
on
continue to
base. So the
carry
Houston lineup
through.
turns over.
middle
Here's
of
the
the field.
shortstop at the plate.
Now it's
Jeremy
Jordan
Pena.
Alvarez.
Gone
He's
runner
1
for
for
1. Let off
So
the
next
game
they
with
hit
a single.
Baltimore to first.
Kobe Mayo. Pena dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
Well, you're really hoping to extend the pitch
no.
with his
Get the
first
call.
inning and
And
see
it's
some
1-0.
pitches, get that pitch
one
count
caught
up. Just
a
inside,
ball.
man gets on,
And
and
on the
immediately
mound,
picked off first
trying to get a
base.
little bit of an
Really just kind of lets the
explanation.
pitcher off
Doesn't
the
seem
hook.
to
be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Late with the
Dan
swing
Faldo.
there here. That's 6 straight balls. Now that's smacked to right center. Scott on the move. He's got it. And there are 2 outs. And
Ball.
that
1-1.
misses as well.
Now
check out the Astros
challenge from
lineup.
behind
the dish here.
Says
This
slash
right-heavy
foul down
lineup
the right
must be
side.
licking
The
their
call
chops
stands
with a
with a
lefty on the mound. One
Well,
challenge
to me,
remaining
Boog,
for
it
them.
shows
now.
the
Top of
manager's
third,
trying to
no
set these
score.
players up to have a
Man
big
at first,
game.
one away.
Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second
And that's
longer
in
to
the
see
dirt.
the ball
2
and
and
decide
2.
to swing. But that can be the difference between a line drive
That
and a
one's in
swinging
there.
strike.
And the count is 3-1. And it's
That's
filled
ball
up.
3.
Jose Altuve in the box here.
This to
Lets
third.
that one go for a ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Swings
No,
and
he
misses
missed
it.
the
Everyone's
strikeout.
safe. And that's 4
That's a ball.
strikeouts.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire
First and
at-bat
second,
until that
1 out.
put-away pitch.
Taylor
And
Ward,
It's pretty
the
tough
next
to deal
to
with
hit,
as a hitter.
1 for
You're up there
2.
battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a
Ball,
sudden the
that's
pitch comes
outside.
out of nowhere.
And now 3-0.
And it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. Oh, for
That's
one,
all.
runners at
That's
first
ball.
and another
Second
fastball,
base,
but
gone.
missed the
Top
spot.
half of
Inning
inning
number
number 4.
challenges.
That
He
one
thought
not
it was a
close.
strike.
And
Not
that
far out of the
is
zone,
ball.
but it was a ball.
Bounced up the
that
middle.
knocks them down to
Jimenez.
1 challenge.
Flips
The
left.
second, that's 1.
2
What
outs.
a
Runner
double
first.
play that was.
That's great
Inning
out
over.
there.
3 walks in the
This is
inning.
it.
They
They
couldn't
go.
make it pay. On now to the bottom of the
That's
fourth.
downstairs.
It's the Orioles
And a count
5
out
to
to
the Jays nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Ripped into right field, base hit. Back now in Toronto. And with
now
the
for the
inning still
Jays,
alive, here
Addison
comes the
Barger.
heart of the order.
Up next for the Astros, second
Jose
baseman
Altuve up to hit here.
Well, the
Blue
Blue
Jays, his
Jays,
first
as this
trip to
game
the
goes
plate.
on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside
Ball
the
2.
zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone?
Nope.
We'll see,
Ball
but
1.
I think they get that third one. Wasn't able to do it. Now you bring up the heart
count
of this
2
order.
and 1.
You got to find a way to get it done
For a
right
strike.
here.
Smoked on the ground
Hit
a
on the
second.
ground up the middle. That's a base
Handles,
hit.
throws to first, and that'll do it. They
Home
stop
half of
the
the
lead
third
runner
coming
at
up.
second.
Ground ball
No,
down. That's a
two on
base
with
hit.
2 outs.
That is good. First base.
And the leadoff
And
man
now it's
aboard.
Christian
Well, I
Walker.
don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of a barrel on it to be
Bottom
hard
of the
enough
inning.
back up
And
the middle
stepping in for the
a knock.
Cardinals, Pedro
Here's
Vladimir
Thomas.
Guerrero Jr. First time up, he grounded to third. Brown back to work.
Well, it looks like
Inside,
they
ball
want to be
1.
real
Well, here's a
patient
good
with him
opportunity
today.
in this
Make him
inning
come
to
in
get
the
on the
zone,
scoreboard.
challenge
Got
these
the
hitters,
back going
make him
too
work
soon
hard
and
over
strike
that way
2.
behind him. This is where they need to
Late
get
on
going.
that fastball.
Many times teams come in knowing that
And
he can
a foul
strike
ball,
out
he
the
stays
house. They're
alive.
very aggressive because they don't want to fall into a 2-strike count.
0-1 down. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 on, 2 outs. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Oh, that one almost gets him again. Victor Scott. Maybe expecting a punch here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. Foul trying to bunt his way on. 2-2. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the ball. Very nice.
And now the center fielder in this one, Hunter Brown. Thomas Sajazi, the next
I'm interested to see how he utilizes his
game.
sinker to this lineup move. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. You just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so it opens up the top of the
Blue Jays. Jumps out of the way. Throw to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. He's over the ball. Swings through that. There's the strike. That one misses. 0-2 so now. Leadoff walk. Got him swinging. Swings through that strikeout number 7. One left for Toronto. It's now it's Ivan Herrera. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. In the dirt. That's a little bit low. We go to the top of the 5th and into the box for Baltimore. Gunnar Henderson. Have to say he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years. And that is
no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. All set for the start of the inning. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone.
That's inside. Hey!
So he blasts one out the other way. Runner on the goal. They add on. Sliced hard, that's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun playing in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an incredible job.
So now
of
3 and 2.
Ball get deep, thrusting your hands and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into a ball game.
They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be he's already a homer here in this one. What's the key to the offense today? Victim his first time.
Against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Alec Burleson at the plate now, and the 1-0-1. Just swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and 2 away now. And a swing and a miss. Nobody on. Nobody out with a run in. For Houston, top of the 5th. Smith. He's 0 for 1. That one fouled off. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Sajazi leads off second with a miss. Swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Foul ball still 1 and 2, getting ready to hit. Screamer into for his rocket arm behind the plate. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
There's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base.
He chases that one in the dirt, and there's 2 gone following the strike.
And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Lars Nootbaar will hit next.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Ball one.
The 1-1. Man on second, 2 down. On the corner for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Nance sets, fires. And it's fouled off. Hot shot to third. Correa over to first. And it's second. And that is that. That misses the zone after one. That's a 2-2. That one way inside. Hard hit here at Blue Stadium. And stepping in for the Astros. And he has thrown 4 shutout pitch. On to the bottom of the fourth now. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
For the Orioles, right fielder Dylan Beavers.
Ball in.
So a man at first. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles. Bottom 4, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. Beavers goes 6 feet 5 inches, 205 pounds, and he was a second-round pick in 2022.
Just not able to
a little out front there as he swings through it.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1. Ripped, but that one ripped off the outside edge. Ball 2. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that's a little bit low. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Stop. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Nicely done for the out. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. Catcher. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Now the tag at third, and they got it.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy. Come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Johnson behind the plate.
Patty
done for the afternoon.
But
we'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Braden Fisher gets the ball now. Misses
with the big deficit on the scoreboard. He almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Foul ball there. Man aboard. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowley. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. In the air out towards the stolen base. Not even close. 2 away.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows.
And here's looking out there.
For their opponent. I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. And if they're going to win this game, don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of the angle after you square your shoulders to throw to first base. Not in his first position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Foul off to the left. And a foul ball.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. He was late. 0-2 now.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count. Try to
swing and a miss. There's that slider. Close with that one. Man at second.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch.
We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings through it for the K. They limit the damage here. Lewis ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming on this solo home run now. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Two down, nobody on.
Right on the black. Over and
over
again.
The bottom of the straight.
The ability
now for the Jays.
Jesus Sanchez. So tough to do anything with as a hitter.
That one fouled hard the other way. In the air, out
The
towards right
pitcher
center.
wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse.
Takes the
Go
ball.
after hitters and get quick outs.
It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Here's a 1-2. We go to the top of the fifth, and stepping in for the Astros, Joe out strikes. Now strikeout number 8.
That kind of velocity and execution fast right there. Even if battery work in the strike zone, does a nice job hitters to get onto the umpire and get that call third strike.
Takes it in for the out. Now at the plate, Azuma Okamoto.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder Jake
A swing and a miss, center fielder, and that's strike Myers. 0 for 1 with a score here in the second. And that is out of play. On the corner for a stretch,
that's the
just
ball.
misses. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see it outside.
That's
Another
ball
ball. The Orioles up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5.
Yep, that ball went out.
Edge. That
Ball
one
inside.
Especially with 2 strikes.
That one ripped but foul. In the air to left center. Myers on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. In the air to left center. Scott in and to his right. He shot to the opposite field. And they've got their first run. It's 6-1. So the batting order turns over. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. 1 for 2.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him
Swing
miss.
first offering is fouled
He finds
off.
himself in a tough situation.
28 years old.
He's going to try to
And he was a
take a knock
third-round
the other
pick
way.
back in 2018. One down. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Down the line. Not even close there. And he can't quite
first
get
offering
there.
is
It's a
fouled
foul
off.
ball. The 0-2. The 1-1 is fouled off.
That was the emergency hack right there.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays nothing. It's a strikeout. The 0-2. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5.
0-2 pitch.
You're dialed
that far
into
out of
the show.
zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first. No swing. Close. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The count is even for the Cardinals. Nolan Gorman. That one missed. Out towards right center field. Beavers settles underneath it. 2 down. This one in the air, right field. The ball. And that is foul.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change
Unseen
speed a little bit,
miss.
try to move it around.
His first
Just a little bit of illusion.
Ball three.
They're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a
Ball,
strike. But
that's inside.
how many times
Ball
pitchers
one.
trying to tease the zone? The last 2 pitches that he's thrown. His run is good pitches, but even better takes. His tenacity
there for a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that empty. That's strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air, right side. Well, here we go. Smith in position. Scoreless game. And there's 1 down. Stays alive.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Batter struck out swinging his first time. Outside low, and that's ball 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Way out front for strike 2. The 2-strike pitch,
really
and he'll see
the
another.
arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That's out to center field. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the offering.
Take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here.
that.
Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead,
picks up 1 on
0-2
this
as a
homer.
pitcher,
And this is
you
now
can
his
really
first
spin
strike.
and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Battling here as he fouls it away. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Payoff pitch. Out towards right center field. Sajazi should have this one. 1 up, 1 down. That's a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure
here's
as a
a look
hitter,
at how he's
not
using his
too good
pitches in this
with
one.
where it was located, very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one
Off the plate,
outside. So
ball
the
1.
Houston lineup turns over.
Well,
Here's
that's kind
the
of what you
shortstop
expect in an
at the
0-2
plate.
count.
Jeremy
Excellent job of the hitter
He's
to
1
have the plate
for 1,
discipline
let
to
off
lay off
and
that
now
signal.
here is
And it's
Ryan
foul off.
Mountcastle. He'll do it again.
Ryan Mountcastle.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-2
And
now.
it's
1-0.
That one called just inside, I
And a
think.
swing and a miss.
On the
And
mound,
that's that.
he's trying to get a little bit
He
of an
continues to
explanation.
roll
Doesn't
on the
seem to be
mound
too
as
bothered
5
by it,
shutout
though, but
innings
he
are in the
clearly thought it
books.
clipped the corner.
It's Major League Baseball on the show. Late with the swing. Movement in the bullpen. Mason
Welcome
back.
back.
It's been a
Preparing
great
to
game.
come
So
on
let's
if
take
needed.
another look at the
Lauer,
most
also
important
throwing.
moment so far. And a 1-1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Top of the 3rd, no score. That one finds the zone. And that's 1-2.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw
And
that
now,
pitch again.
Yordan Alvarez.
That's ball 3.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a
Swing
looping
and a miss
slow
for the
curve.
strikeout.
He throws it
And
hard,
that's
it
4
gets plenty of
strikeouts.
bite on the end. Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter.
When
You're up
did he
there
go?
battling,
Yes, he
trying to
did.
react
That's
with
one
2
down.
strikes, and then
Takes a
all of
strike.
a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 so far. Next offering is fouled back. That one not close. And that is ball 1. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the
On the
ball the other
ground.
way, but that time
And it gets
little
by him.
anxious.
2 down, base is empty. Now the third baseman.
Ball,
Steals
that's
the
down.
base. And the count now
He got
2
that
and
front
nothing.
foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2
There's a
count.
strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his
Ripped
breaking
into
ball
right
today.
field, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the hard on
That's
base.
outside.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Lined into right. To walk in his first trip to the plate. There's 1 down.
Ball, that's out.
Breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised.
Nope.
2 quick
Ball
outs.
1.
One
Needed
out,
to get
man.
that
At 2
third
down.
one.
Carlos
Carlos
Correa.
Now you
Now
bring up
trail
one
down
out
towards
this
left
order.
center field. That's
Find
well
a way to
struck.
get it
That's
done
back.
right here.
Out of here. A solo shot. And they boost their lead. Second. That's their 4th home run of the game. And
They can't stop, and they
half of the
won't
third
stop
coming
hitting
up.
home runs in
No
this one,
score.
Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. Knew what
The
pitch he
0-1.
wanted to hit, spit on some
Swing and
other
a miss
pitches,
as he
and
was
this
late.
bat was
So
very
now it's all
patient,
about protect
and
mode.
try to shorten up, try to track the ball.
Bottom of the inning.
Lock
Go
in
back to the
exactly
end of the
where
first.
it's a late
Pedro
snap, and maybe you're not
Martinez.
sure
Taylor
about, but
Ward.
some way,
1 for 3.
somehow climb back into
Brown
this at
back
bat
to
through the
work.
count.
And there's a
Ball,
ball.
that pitch is out.
Well, it looks
Inside,
like they want to be
ball 1.
real patient with him today. Make him come in the zone. Challenge these hitters.
Good
Make
eye
him
right
work
there.
hard for his
That's
outs.
two down, bases empty, but
Late
1
on that
run
fastball.
across. And we're the top half
Anytime
of the 6th.
teams come in knowing that he can
Swing,
strike
throw
out,
it in, that's
they're
a
very
strike.
aggressive because
It
they
gets
don't
talked
fall
about
into
a
a
lot,
two-strike
but
count. A good high fastball and a 2 strike
Swing and a high
situation,
fly
it's just
ball out
become
there
such a
towards left
problem for
field.
hitters in
Slider
more
right
recent
there.
years. With all the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs
That ball's
kind of
foul.
reflect to the hitter that
Next
they're
for St.
rising,
Louis,
even though they're not,
Victor
but they're
Scott.
not
Maybe
decreasing
expecting
in
a bunt here.
Meanwhile, this
Third
pitch
baseman
gets
playing
away.
on the edge of the grass. But no advance. That's ball 1. A little bit
No,
low.
that's low.
Trying to punt his way on. Would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'll have a chance to do some more damage here. Doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down.
Wants another look.
This is just the latest example of him using
center.
speed to his advantage and showing off his skill.
Here's their first challenge.
Very nice.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis. They do it again. Thomas back-to-back homers. The next to hit, and they add to their ball game. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far.
action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher
This
wants.
club is fired up right now, Boog.
Here's a 2-1.
This is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and in this one, the pitcher just continues to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. The manager out of the runner's aggressive set here. Make a move to the pen.
I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1. Mason swings through that, taking over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big.
Go ahead, run at second.
Just doesn't have the same intensity to
it.
it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats.
First. Great stop. Swings through that. The next to hit for the Orioles.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
The lefty, the 1-0. Back here at St. Louis. And that is that for St. Louis. Victor Scott on to the 4th. Still scoreless.
Ball 1.
Action in the pen down there. Brian King, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Abreu also getting the start of the inning. And here now is the miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. And the 1-0. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball there. Strike 1. Still a lopsided affair. And 1 down. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. That one hit the knees for a strike. In the air, right field. And a quick out number 1 for a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Tyler Wells appears to be getting loose. Bradish forming another, and that's next for the Astros. Strikeout. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
People like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve.
He swings and
throws it
fouls
hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So Jay-Z stands in here, takes ball 1 low. The 0-1. That one way inside.
0-2 fastball.
Swing and a ground ball
right
up the middle. Fires to first on the run.
Back.
And 2 away
coming.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. He's 0 for 1. And they had their first base runner since the 3rd inning under it. And there's 1 away.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this.
He's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. So next up for the Cardinals, Toronto, Addison Barger. Now a screamer into the outfield. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty.
Foul out of play.
And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
The Orioles up big in this one. Up next for the Astros. Swing around the first here. And the base hit. Makes the second hits for 3rd. And it's throw to stay at third, and they're at their last challenge with only one out.
Oh, just a nice job.
And on second, Guerrero Jr. spot corner for a strike. He's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
You'll see how hard it is.
Out of the
These
game,
guys are
and
great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
At the
Man
ball.
at second. The Astros turn it into the mound.
That's
Baltimore.
when they look
Bringing
at
in the lefty with
This
a
guy's
left-handed
best
hitter
stuff.
coming up to
Painting
hit.
corners,
Classic
working on the edges
right
and
here.
changing
So
speeds.
we'll see how
Just
it
a
works out.
difficult one. You tip your cap.
Hard hit left side. Out to
On to
short.
first.
And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And that is the bottom of the fourth now. 3 go the Blue Jays. No score. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll
Bottom
be pitching
4
for a double
and
play
stepping
in
in
the
for the
second.
Cardinals. Alec Burleson. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty
That's
well
ball
right
two.
here. Couple runners
Spraying the ball all over the yard.
Good team
Ball
effort
back
at the
outside.
pitch, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hey!
Just
That's ball
off the
2.
outside edge. Ball 2. Late with the swing there.
Great spot to be in right
Swing
here
of
for
the
the
foul
pitcher.
back.
You
That's
want
a
to strike
leadoff
this guy
batter
out
as he
get
looks at
ground
ball 1.
double play.
2 on, 1 out.
That's
Another
ball
ball.
2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. A sliding stop. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 2-1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. That catches the corner. There's a
Really good cutter that he's able to front door
Sets
and
him
back
down
door.
on
That
strikes.
pitch is devastating.
Huge strikeout
Nope.
there.
That's
Such a
out.
great opportunity to grab the lead. You have the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive
Fought
across
off
a
foul.
run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Next to hit, Lars Nootbaar. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Cards stranded a couple of payoff. We're still knotted at 0. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. We're in the 7th year pitcher left center. Matt Sponson. And that quickly 2 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. And that one is lifted in the air. Barger on his way over. Catcher comes up. That's out number 2. Yainer Diaz has grounded out a couple of times. Mason Wynn. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Beavers.
Yeah!
Pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss.
Here's your 1. On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count.
Catch is outside.
Try to climb the ladder.
Not close with that one. Ball 1.
Rarely
In
will
the
you see
air,
a pitcher
left
just
field.
erase the pitch
Nootbaar
like
to
that.
dead
The batter
sprint.
wasn't even tempted to
Let's
sprint.
go.
There, this
Every pitch
one
needs to have a
lands
foul so
early
it
on.
can set up a
So the
following
foul
pitch
ball makes
to
it
help
1
you
and
get
2.
that out.
The shortstop takes the ball. And now it's 1 and 2. Misses the zone for a
towards
ball.
right
That was
center
the field. Walker
stays
on his way
alive.
over. Misses the catch. Around first and hustling for second.
and a miss.
Struck him out. And he's registered 3 goals in round 2. 3 down for the Orioles. And it remains an 8-1 game.
Ripped on it. And as an outfielder, that can be the worst feeling in the world when you know you've got a beat on it.
Pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Weir out towards right center.
Bullpen guys can struggle sometimes.
Joey
when they're called upon
Loperfido.
with big
And that'll
leagues
do for the
because
Astros.
It just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game.
Redbird's down
So
quietly.
We'll see how sharp he
Still
is.
no score.
Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. We go to the top of the
Now
fifth.
almost
And
got
stepping
You
in
know,
for the
the adrenaline's
Astros,
pumping
Joe
right there.
Partido.
Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, he got away
Right
from
there
him. He's
for
going
a
to have to
strike.
corral things a
Meanwhile,
little bit.
activity in the bullpen. Number 67.
Popped
The
in
rookie
the air.
right-hander is
There's
getting
a
swing and a
field.
drive. Romero getting cranked up
Takes
as
it
well.
in.
It's a foul ball.
Oh,
And there's one up here. The top half of inning number 7. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. That's fouled off to the right side.
Strike
Keeps the
two.
inning going. And that one hammered
Nope,
pitch
that's a
just
ball.
misses.
Popped up
And
left
a base
side.
hit right
Gorman
there.
settles under
And
it.
a good start to the
Two
inning.
way down.
And
That's
another
Bolton.
ball.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield.
And
for the
next
base
inside
hit.
Houston for the
Those
top of the
always feel
minors.
great.
So up next, Alejandro Kirk.
3-pitch strikeout
That one was
last
one of
time
those
up.
Dave
Got to put up
McCarty,
more of a fight in this
Mark
one.
Carey on Ricky
When
Henderson
the leadoff
types.
man
Throw
gets
left.
on, you want to minimize
Bat
the
right.
threat by playing
make a note of those
sound
guys, 'cause it's
defense.
just
Hopefully
different.
the
And a
pitcher can
2-1
get on the
on the
left-handed,
ground
but you
and they
hit
can roll him
right-handed.
up for 2.
In the air to left center. Scott in and to his right. He's got it.
Ball
Two
one,
down,
doesn't
nobody
get
on. The call.
Ball
One
two.
ball, one strike.
Up next for the Astros.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the Astros leadoff man,
The 1-1
Jeremy
is fouled
Pena.
off.
1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Pena, 28 years old,
Fouled off the
and he
plate.
was
They'll
a
do it again.
third-round pick back in 2018. Not even close there.
2-2 now.
Ball 1. Here's a
Fought
1-2.
off.
Foul. Myers
Cut on
stays
and missed.
alive. Struck him out. And there's one down.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand,
1-1
not
is
tracking
fouled off.
into the
2-2.
zone, and then also being a little
And he
bit
dodges
anxious,
that
not
fastball.
confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Sanchez
Hey!
in the
Cuts
box
and
again.
misses.
That's a strike. Still nothing on the scoreboard
ground
for him
first.
after 5. You're dialed into the show. That's the inning.
Nasty
that's out.
backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you
Astros
swing
are
at
down
it. So it's a
quietly.
good take by
and
him.
we are still scoreless. And a 1-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth for a strike. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better
Now
chance
it's a
at scoring. I
shortstop.
tell you,
Mason
good job so
Wynn
far
on
on the mound.
strikes.
That's
He's
what
someone that you
want.
might
Good
not
pitches.
describe
Oh,
as having
that's
elite
inside.
level
Sometimes pitchers
speed,
are
but
trying to
he
tease
can
the zone. The
absolutely
last 2
move,
pitches
and
that
it
he
is a
throws.
factor in
Good
this game.
pitches, but even better takes.
Gets
For
him
this guy's
easily
down
in
there,
the
he has
for a
runner, but what I
strike.
love
It's
about
the
him is that
Orioles
he
8
goes
and the
all
Blue
out
Jays 1.
every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the
Comes
fact
up
that they're
empty,
consistent
that's
with
strike
it,
2.
they make moves on the base paths.
0-2 now. Welcome back.
Have a
And
ball.
arm of the mound to start the 8th. Louis Varley in the air, right
Power
side.
slider guy, dude. He throws
Smith
it hard.
in
He gets
position.
a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
And there's one down. Here's the center fielder. Oh, that
That hit him.
gouger.
He's got
And
first.
the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning. Next up for the Cardinals. Down the third base, struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
Triple digits on the gun.
You gotta stay
I know there are
dialed in
more
here.
pitchers
Look for
that can
anything
reach
in the
that
dirt.
now than in
Try
the
your
past,
best to
but
get in
it's
the
still
scoring
impressive
position.
to watch. No count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline.
Way out front for strike 2. And that one finds
Sold
its
it
way
really
through.
well with the arms.
James swing
One
one to start the
around.
inning. The count is 0-2.
Everything came together for him. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely
anticipated.
hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of
Swing and
if
a
you're an
miss.
infielder. You know
Struck
they used to
him
say,
Now
charge it
straight.
crazy.
Down looking.
Take a look at the
And
previous
that's the
case
case
here.
here.
Pretty
No
simple
thinking
in terms
right
of
there.
one
Straight
straight
play. Once you're
fastball
looking
in the
as a
0-2
pitcher,
count, you can
just to
really
pour it
expand
back.
the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect
Kowser
and battle.
on at
And right
first.
there,
Nobody got
clearly
run
he was
on
in swing
base.
mode, but all you
Jordan
can do is
Walker
hope to foul
next
that
up
off.
for the Cardinals. Now up for
He's
St.
0 for
Louis.
2 with a pair of
Pedro
strikeouts.
Paez.
Ball. That's outside.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. outside corner. There's a strike. The 0-1.
He's not good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter,
and he makes
not
the
too
catch.
good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone.
That one misses. Ball 1. That one
Off the plate, ball 1.
1-2 the count.
Well, that's kind of what you
Now
expect.
it's the second baseman, Blaze Alexander,
hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a foul straight back. 1-2 the Redbirds with the go-ahead run at first, and a swing of the 7th, and that's that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 innings are in the balls. There's the strike. It's 2 strikes on the show.
He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. So
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Lead runner around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Swings and misses. Him digs in now.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't
swing through that.
You
You'll
sit back and
down
watch what it's going to do.
At the dish,
looking to look the ball in the air in this spot.
For the swing and
Anything
strikeout.
but the inning double play, Boog.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and
Oh, that's out.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his
Swing
arms
and a miss.
extended.
Swing
What you have to be
and a
careful
miss.
of is that pitch that's
That's
out,
a 1-1.
that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants. It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to
soon. It's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty
2 on,
slider.
1
If
out.
you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now.
Here's the
Get a
0-2.
swing and miss, and
Brings
get
it
this
in.
at bat.
Runner tags from third. On the ground. The run scores from third, and they take the lead in the 7th. Here's the 0-2.
You got that front foot
That
down
was
on
upstairs.
Pitch recognition was
St.
on
Louis.
point.
Victor
Pretty
Scott.
impressive for an 0-2 count. I'm surprised we don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty
Shoves
matchup.
outside, and the count is 2-2.
And that's awfully close.
Go
I
ahead,
don't know
run
how
on
you take
base.
that. He's seeing the
Here's the
ball
former
out of the
MVP,
pitcher's
Jose
hand really well
Altuve.
right now.
This one
In
popped
the air
up.
to left
Bartender
center.
on the right. Flashes the
He's
runner
in
and
there.
running a full sprint. And that is that. It's the Orioles 8 and the Blue Jays with a man left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Astros nothing. Carlos Correa now at the plate. Back now in Toronto. We go to the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the Astros leadoff man. Now Jeremy Pena. And fouled off.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball.
The
If he
0-1.
can get in that location,
Swing and a miss as he was late.
and that's going to make it
all
very
about
difficult to
protecting
hit.
it.
Try to shorten up,
Swing and a
try to
miss
track
as he
the
was
ball,
late that
block
time.
it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not
Looking
sure
to get
about.
the
But
tying
some
run
way,
on base.
somehow,
That one
Off the
missed.
plate,
That
ball
was
one.
fouled
to
off.
this at bat through the count.
Good eye right there. The 0-2.
That's a really good take.
One
Ball
shortstop
one.
takes the ball. Next
Ball
offering
two.
misses down and away. Swings, throw it in. That's a strikeout.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just
Swing
become
and a ball
such a
popped
problem
up.
for hitters in
Wind
more
settles
recent
underneath
years.
it.
With all of the emphasis by pitchers on
Jam
developing
downs
that
out of the
spin
way.
rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not
And next is the
decreasing.
designated hitter.
Meanwhile, this pitch
Jordan
got
Alvarez.
away.
Pitch. No for his
advantage.
lead.
That's
Go
ball
over the
one.
foul ball. And the pitch a little bit low. Ball 1. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Good job to fight that one off. Wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. And 1-1. 3-2. The Cardinals trying to hold a 1-run lead. And we're in the top of the 8th.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been
swings through that one.
Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what
swings and misses. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeouts into the
just admit that he's challenged factor. There's much to it. Pitcher up there on the mound, he wants to keep attacking it, make sure that they don't get in a very comfortable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself.
Runners at first and second,
but you know what happens.
Oh, that's too high.
Good job to fight that one time here. Watches that one miss. Cam Smith will hit next. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1-1. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Matt top half of the sixth done for the afternoon, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming first. Great stop. The second out, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself.
Top of the order,
Continues to run into the
for
dugout.
3 in
These
this
are the
one.
spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Back here in St.
Louis,
Louis,
not every strike.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
I like the play
Corner
discipline there.
infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Down there.
Inside,
Ryan,
ball,
there's a left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Abreu also getting ready. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. 29 years old. Strike one. Stretches the bases. Back in 2016, and he's got a double. 2 down, nobody on.
Got a fastball,
and then
jumped all over it. It's
Oh, that pitch is out.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important.
He's first
pitcher walk you, if you will.
Zips it to second here with 2 out. Is that next for Toronto? Nothing doing there for Houston. They trail here 1-0.
Ball, that's just out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
No, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer.
Pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
It's not a looping slow curve. Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Sajazi stands in here to the top of the order. Stepping in, Thomas Sajazi. Swing and a miss. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Angel Davis misses, and it's 2-2. Line drive, base hit right field. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning. It's the Orioles 8 and the Blue Jays.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced.
We go to the 9th.
I don't think this is going to knock him off the strike too much.
Taylor Ward, Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. That one catches the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now there's a bullet down the line. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
That was a pretty good pitch.
And
Over the
that's his
strike
3rd
zone.
hit.
Seen more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially when two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger. I want to start that low a little bit sooner because it could be let the ball travel and you took the ball straight to it.
Now at the plate as he swings through strike to shortstop.
Gunnar Henderson
these days. A ground ball. Makes the turn at second, hits for 3rd. Throw comes in third, and they're at the corners with only 1 out.
No, just a nice job coming through at a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game,
man, it's
that could be a deciding run.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Hunter Brown out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the bench so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced at this one.
Astros turn to a new arm on the mound.
Steve about a lot, but bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter. Takes a classic bullpen move right here. So we'll see how it works out.
Burleson stands in now and watches strike 1. And up
Looked like
next
you got a
for
little
St.
excited
Louis,
on that
Alec
fastball. You gotta think
Burleson.
to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early,
Late with the
get it
swing
on the
there.
ballpark,
Well, you got to
late,
find a way to
opposite
catch up
field.
to that
Last thing
pitch.
he wants is
Perhaps
to
the
hit the ball
two
on the
swing,
ground.
eliminate
Tap
the
pitches
strike.
out of the way.
Pitches
That's
in
in
the
the
zone.
zone.
But
Right down the middle, you're saying to
Ball,
yourself,
that's
how
off
did I
the
miss
plate.
that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
3-2. Payoff pitch. On the ground to third.
That's ball
right
two.
here.
Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the ninth.
You can't nibble, but you have to
And they'll do it
execute and finish
again.
your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate,
So
it's
now
going to bring in some
with
runs.
one away and a man at second. And now
Two
it's the
down,
pulling
over
out. He
there.
runs out half of the eighth inning. And
That's
now
a ball.
2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it
Late
back.
with the swing
battles
there.
up there.
Send
He's
it
going to
back.
take the pitch
Take
off
it
there.
in for the out.
He makes it so
Two down.
difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That
Ball
one
three.
misses. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Louis Varla departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. Line drive,
right
short
back.
hop to third. Bounces it to first, but he digs
Keeps
it
the
out, and
at-bat
the
going
inning
with
is
a foul
over.
ball.
1, 2,
The
3
pitcher
go to
now
for the
Cardinals.
Jays.
But they hold
Aaron
1-0
Lauer.
lead.
In there, sets him down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab
And
the
next will
lead.
be the cleanup
You're
hitter,
infield back.
Adley
All you got to
Rutschman.
do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit
And
with
here
2
comes the
outs.
closer,
That's
right-handed
right.
Lars Nootbaar.
I think
He
closer
takes
has
it
to be
himself
one
to
of
the
the
bag,
toughest
and
jobs in
that'll do it.
baseball.
So the Cards
You see a
straight
pretty
a
high
couple.
turnover
Ever
rate
still
because
not
every
at
outing
zero.
seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a
Ball
save.
one.
In the air, left field to second.
He's in there, he's safe.
Here's the thinking about third there, no doubt. Matt Swanson. Next to hit, Christian Walker. And now the catcher comes up to him. Yainer Diaz has grounded out. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Outside, that's a ball. Yeah!
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that'll do it. The 1-0. It's the Orioles 8 and the Blue Jays 1.
Ball
Last couple
two.
of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have
Ball
to
one.
come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Back here,
Slides
right
right
center,
to
left field, 9.
Goodbar to dead
Vladimir
sprint.
Guerrero
That's
Jr.
right.
There, this
Digs in
one
there.
lands foul. Cards trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Next pitch
No,
is
that's down.
downstairs.
That's a ball.
And now it's 1-2. Out towards right center field. Walker on his way over. Misses the catch. Around first,
Outside, that's a ball.
second.
Both of those pitches
Tag
off the plate away.
They cuts down the go-ahead run at second.
He just had to be patient. Think the sun played a factor on that one because he just whipped on it. And as an outfielder, that kind of situation you expect in the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take it until they get a strike. It really disappears. So you're going to miss your opportunity.
And just one out
The count
remaining
he
for
did right
Houston.
there.
Joey Loper
Right there,
Fields
just a
up next
pitcher's
for the
pitch,
Astros.
tailing away from the hitter,
And
and
that
then
misses.
misses some good
And that's
action
ball
at the
3.
end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous
I
pitch
know.
right there.
Inside.
Smith stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. And a payoff
Right
there
there
for a strike. Meanwhile, Warburton into the outfield
back
for
up
the
to
middle, and it
67.
gets through. Rookie right-hander is getting loose.
The
So
leadoff
the
man there
run reaches
getting
with
cranked
2
up as
away.
well.
Just so sound in his
Onside
manners.
zone.
It's against the
Half
firm
inning number
side,
7.
and the hands just continue to carry through. Quick hands allow him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot
Now
the
it's
ball
off to the right
there.
side.
And
Keeps
now a
the
chance to
showing.
maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Fastball for a strike at
Diaz
95. Getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And the 0-2 pitch
Ball one.
misses there. And that's ball 1. Left
Catcher
side.
challenge.
We'll
Gorman
take another
settles
look.
under it.
2 away now. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second chance. Ugly swing right there. Off of first with 2 away. That's the hit for Houston. Across first. Smith dives back in safely.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit.
He's one of those Dave McCarty,
yourself out of the ball
game. Ricky Henderson types. Throw left.
It's over.
That one found hard the other way.
Yeah, I got him. Take your base.
So again, you're left-handed, but you hit right. The outfield defense will play a little
first
bit
and second, and nobody out.
In front.
Here's the Toronto catcher.
Alejandro around to score and tie this ball game up.
O'Brien is just 1 strike away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals win here. Some great pitching and defense.
If you can dictate this one's all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the player standing.
Oh, man, that smoked him on the mound. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. And now they'll hustle out and check on him. That stays alive. A shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And he dodges that fastball. 2 on with 1 out. Jesus Sanchez will hit next. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Ball. That's inside.
On the ground at first. That's the inning. Astros are down quietly. Sliced hard, but we are still scoreless. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball left side. Toss to Alonso, and they're down to their last out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto.
Now the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto. Now it's the shortstop.
This is a big opportunity for him to pick up his
someone that you
right
might
here.
not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base path.
Squeeze it. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 8-2.
That's a ball that directly impacts the scoreboard. They didn't make it out, but just getting to the ball saved another run from scoring. Without the hustle, that would have been worse.
Now here is Ernie Clement. Oh, that got him. First offering. And the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning. Down the third baseman, Nolan Gorman.
If you're a base runner, you've got to
Traffic
stay
on the
dialed in
bases
here.
with
Look
1
for
already
anything in the dirt.
The last
Try your best to get in the
inning
scoring
number
position.
9. Swing and a line of foul.
Count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Well, is just 1 strike away. The count is 0-2. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Sets him down looking. Good eye right there.
I think that's a case. That turns out to be a really good take right there. Got 3 straight in this game with the bat on your shoulder. In the 0-2 count, just to pour it back.
The 1-2. Go ahead, run on base. Got Jordan Walker. And that's next the ball up for the Cardinals.
When you hit 5 balls out of the yard, you expect to win. Some teams live and die by the long ball. Today, these 5 homers, they really led them to victory.
8-2 the final here as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you swing and a miss as he was out front. That one misses. Ball 1. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Redbirds with the go-ahead run at first. Here the bottom of the 7th.
Ball, that's outside.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a base hit. Lead runner around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.